We have two. My name's Kavina, and we also have Rose Chanlin. We're both directors in University.
Around the room, and if you could just take 5 minutes to explain a little bit about what your organization is about, that would be great. And let's go ahead and start with my alma mater, Eve University. So Kavina and Rose.
All right, cool. Eve University is probably best known for the wiki. A lot of people go to the wiki and don't realize that we're a corp. We are indeed a corp, and we are also a member of Ivy League Alliance, which is basically just set up to be our alliance. We're really the only corp in that alliance. Eve University was created about nearly 12 years ago, actually. In fact, isn't our I think our anniversary is coming up later this month, and that will be a 12-year anniversary. It was set up by Morning Maniac in 2004. Basically, as a new player teaching cooperation. We have quite a few classes. We have quite a few events. And recently we've been setting up lots of campuses in different areas of space. So we have a nullsec campus that live in nullsec, a lowsec campus that live in lowsec. Some people that live in highsec. We have a smaller wormhole outpost. So basically, if you join Eve University, you can basically play Eve how you like, really.
Kavina, how many members are in Eve University today?
This is a good question. We normally hover around 1,000 or so. I couldn't tell you exactly how many right now.
1,640.
1,640. There we go. Quite a lot at the moment.
And I know that number goes up and down because people come and go. It's one of the things about Eve University is you encourage people to leave and go elsewhere. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. Generally tend to see Eve University as a end game, shall we say, corporation. A lot of people join for a bit, learn the game a bit, and then leave and move on to other corps. Plus, we do only restrict our membership to active members. I think we trim for people that haven't logged on for 2 months. So all those 1,600 are at least reasonably active or recently active.
And does Eve University accept only new players, or do you accept other types of players as well?
We accept any players that have an interest in learning, essentially. So not always new people. There are obviously plenty of new people. That would be the vast majority of our new joinees, are new people to Eve. Some people are people that used to play years ago and have only just returned. Some people join that have basically restricted themselves to one area of Eve, and now are looking to branch out into new areas like PvP or whatever. We do also often accept applications from experienced players who are looking to help teach. So if you're tired of your corp and you want to give back to the community by helping out new players, then we're definitely interested in hearing from you.
We also have a guest.
Indeed.
Guest lectures, guest FCs, that's something we are always open to. So if you think that you can lead a fleet for us, you can always contact one of the directors. It's mostly Rose Sandlin, Kavina, and Bashir who are actually managing that. And you can always send us a mail and we can set something up in the book and we will gladly support it. We also provide free ships and skill books for our members. So for fleets and stuff like that, we can provide the ships. That's no issue at all.
And Rose, also Eve University is known for the Eve University Wiki with the end of Evilopedia. I think that kind of a third-party source is going to be more important than that, and Brave Newbies and Goonswarm's website. Agreed?
Definitely. We actually pulled the stats the last days because we also saw an increase of activity, and we are already up to the double the activity as last year. So yeah. It will be interesting to see how that will be developing further, and we will also expanding our wiki, so we are going to be putting a lot more effort in that to actually to get it more up to date and Kaivina also is a big influence in that because he's that's mostly under his directorship actually. But I think we definitely need to introduce more lore into our wiki, so that will be preserved and people don't have to go to actual copies of the old Evilopedia, but we can also integrate that on the E-uni wiki, I hope. So, but we have to see on the room and how much effort that will actually take, because it's a huge deal to maintain.
Excellent. I believe Eve University does hold SOV, is that correct?
That remains correct. Nothing's changed since you left, Neville.
That's what I thought. But is there any other group here that also does not hold any sovereignty? So all the other groups do hold some SOV if you're interested in playing in SOV mechanics. That's an important distinction. Very good question.
Yeah, Eve University tried, ever since we stopped being a part of the Big Blue Alliance way back in, 2005, 2006, Eve University has remained a neutral training organization. For us to try to hold sovereignty would require us to ally with one power or another, and as I understand it, that would probably cause our graduates to be discriminated against by certain groups.
That's right. But Eve University does have a null set campus, but they're not holding SOV there. Is that right?
Correct. NPC null security. That's in the region of Syndicate.
Excellent. Very good. And finally, my alma mater, Eve University. What do you guys think sets Eve University apart from the other new player corps?
I think possibly that we have campuses in almost, except as you've already noted, sovereignty, SOV null in all areas of space. So if you want to play the null set game, you can join our null set campus. If you want to play the low set game, if you want to go mining, we can teach you that. Pretty much that we're active in all areas of Eve, really.
Yeah, our quality is that we're basically a generalist training institution.
Yeah, I would agree with that. If somebody wanted a general introduction to all aspects of Eve University, and weakness to Eve University, I suspect you're going to say sovereignty.
Sovnal, right.
It's mostly Sovnal and structure mechanics, I would say, because of, I think that's more for most alliances and corps that, because of our assets to be safe, we don't grant that role to anyone. And I would definitely say super capitals, titans, we don't have them, but we sometimes have arrangements with other corps that we can ask them to show them. So at least we can do the actual theoretic about it, but not the actual practical part, I would say.
Excellent. Thanks everyone for your...
It's also worth noting that, like some of the other groups here, Eve University is also the target of war declarations almost all the time. We do operate in high security space regularly, so if you do join Eve University and you're flying around in high security, you're going to learn pretty quick how to pay attention to war targets in local.
We have a public channel, E-uni, that you can join, and in the message of the day, there's a lot of instructions about how to join E-uni. Seamus Donahue has also posted the link to our wiki about applying in the More Eve Chaos channel.
Excellent. So that's wiki.eveuniversity.org, applying _to_Eve_University. Excellent. Eve University.
Our classes are open to the public.
That's right. And so you don't have to be a member of Eve University to get access to classes. Seamus, where would people go to get information about the E-uni classes?
I will grab a forum link while other people are talking.